All right, welcome back, traders. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. Let's get to the price action here. All right, so we had a monthly close and a quarterly close on Bitcoin. Probably one of the biggest engulfing candles we've seen in the quarterly Bitcoin price action since the last bull market. All right, so something to take note of. And let's see if I can get some tunes on here for you guys. 1 second here. All right, beautiful. We got a few people on right now. We just started the stream, so I'm a little bit early tonight. 8 o'clock. Just rolled in, all right? But weekly candle close, kind of a nothing burger candle. It just looks like it's just consolidating up here, right, guys? Like we have our bullish engulfing above the moving averages, and just nice consolidation up here above the weekly 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. Nothing really bad happening here, right? Like this structure is still completely intact. Right, we still haven't put a weekly long signal in just yet on our STP indicators, but I mean it's coming, right? So the weekly signal isn't in yet, but we probably have a 3-day and a daily that is in, right? The shorter time scales are long. We are sitting up here at a resistance level right now, right? We've been kind of flirting with this 28.5 region. We even got close to 29,000 up here. All right, we're going to get into a bit of, Tether and what it's looking like, Bitcoin dominance tonight. We'll look at total 2 in the altcoins and what's up with that, right? The Bitcoin dominance is kind of something important to look at for altcoins right now, right? So we'll take a look at that. We got 3 people live on the stream tonight. Beautiful. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. IJ Money, you are always on the stream, brother. I appreciate you coming in. If you're live and watching the stream with me here, just say what's up in the chat. Should just be 2 more people. Am I lagging or something? Aaron, thanks for tuning in, brother. Oh, whoa. Lots of people just said what's up. All right. What's up with the YouTube? It's telling me that there's only 3 people watching the stream. It's definitely more than 3. That's interesting. Okay. Cool. All right, so we got 5. We got Moon Girl. What's up, Moon Girl? All right. All right, so let's take a look at the price action here for Bitcoin. We'll cover that first. You guys can kind of see that we kind of have this rounding action going on here, all right? Hey, YouTube's broken. Yeah, man, probably. Wouldn't shock me. We do have a bit of daily bearish divergence coming in here. You guys can see the high and the lower high on the RSI with roughly the same price, okay? We're getting a MACD bearish cross here on the daily. Something to take note of. All right, pay attention to this right here. We got a cross down, okay, on the daily chart. I want to go to the 3-day, and I also want to look at the weekly. So the weekly does have a bit of divergence happening here on the weekly chart, okay? And we have higher prices with momentum making lower levels of relative strength. Although I'm not really too worried just yet, because we could just consolidate up here, and you see how we have the separation of the two, the signal line and the indicator line. We have that separation. That the larger the separation, that means there's still movement that could be had. Okay, so I'm not really too worried about this weekly bearish divergence just yet. Although it could start to play out if the daily starts to flip and we do start to see momentum kind of shift back down, okay? And we might see that happen this week, all right? That could happen this week. All right, we do have, like I said, we do have some daily bearish divergence that is present, right? We can clearly see we have this going on with the momentum showing this type of action, okay? All right, so we have price going up and momentum coming down. We have a divergence there on the oscillators, okay? So just take note of that. That can happen. We could definitely see Bitcoin, pull back a little bit here. Looking at this level here, this region right here, this 25.3K region. If we do break the daily 21 exponential moving average. What's going on? Love Coach James. What's up, dude? Or dudette. I don't know what you are, but welcome to the stream. So yeah, a retest of this region wouldn't really shock me, and it would give us a nice reset on the oscillator, okay? It would still be a higher low, right, than this low. So this is our pivot low down here at 20K. What happens if we do something like this? Even if we come down to like 22.6K, okay, this region right here, the 200-day moving average, right? Trap all these longs up here. People late longs, liquidate them, come back down, retest this low, and then rock it to 30K. All right, that's something that we could totally see happen. Not out of the cards. All right. Risk to reward for short up here isn't bad because of that scenario. All right. All right, enough about Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Tether dominance. What's happening with the dollar? Because that might support the thesis that I just explained that we could see a pullback. All right. If you're with me and you're liking what I'm talking about here, say something in the chat. If you disagree, also please say something in the chat. If you're here just learning and have no clue what I'm talking about, you can also say something in the chat. All right, so this is Tether. Tether dominance, if you guys aren't aware, is the asset that is paired against most cryptos. And when the dominance goes up or down, that's how we can really tell and see what's to come with the price action. All right. So if you're just joining, I'm recharting this down with the Tether. What's going on, Angel? All right. Let me change the song. It's been playing for a little bit of time here. I'm going to rechart Tether because I had it charted, but yeah, this is about right. 1, 2, 3 touch points on the top. We got multiple touch points along the bottom. That looks pretty good, pretty accurate. All right, and this was the trend line here. This trend line right here was the bear market trend line, all right? Respecting the trend line, broke the trend line. This is the start of Bitcoin's retracement and all the assets retracements. All right, so you can see last week, kind of a doji candle, but we got some rejection. It's technically a higher low than this low here, okay? So just note, Tether is making a little bit of higher lows right now. It's still in a bear flag until we break back above 8.33%. Nothing to be worried about, guys. Your cat had kittens. That's awesome. Congratulations to your cat and you. All right. Love kills shame. Who are you? Do I know you personally? What is your name, sir? All right. Tether. Tether, weekly short signal still active and still something to pay attention to, all right? Daily chart. Daily's starting to make higher lows here. You guys can see the higher lows being made, holding the support level at 6.87%. Okay, so that's why we could see some price action to the downside for Bitcoin if Tether is going to pick up some steam here and trade back to the top of the range. Could be just a quick pullback, all right? That's what we're talking about, a quick pullback. Could be like a 10, 15%, maybe even 20% pullback, all right? Or we do something like this, and we make another lower high, and then we come down and finally break this thing. That's what we want to see, all right? Let's go to the 3-month chart, because we just closed a 3-month candle. All right. We got 8 people watching. All right. All right, here we go, guys. You guys are enjoying the content. You guys know what to do. Smash it up. Share the stream. Tell your friends about STP and what we do here. You guys, I'm sure most of you guys have been tuning in. You guys have definitely, probably made some sort of financial gain while watching this stream. I hope. Okay. So Tether, we're on the lookout for 7.25%. That's the top of this range on the daily chart. And the reason why I didn't include this right here is because this is a fake breakout, came back, made a lower high, and dumped right back into the structure. All right, pretty clear that that's what it was doing there. We will take a look at XRP here for sure. All right, so Tether could trade back up to the top of the range, 7.25%. I'm going to set a price alert there. That will be an ideal place to take long trades, okay, guys? Right now, we're in the middle of a range, and we're closer to a support than a resistance, right? Like up here was an ideal long, and right here was an ideal exit your long and maybe build a short. Right now, we're in the middle of that range, so probably no trade, all right? Sometimes you guys got to wait. Got to wait for the most optimal entries, all right? Unless you're trading spot, right? If you're trading spot, you can just buy dips, and that's fine. You know, people like to leverage trade or do higher risk types of trades. You want to get the best entries for those, right? Anyways, all right, so we looked at Bitcoin. We're going to look at ETH. We also may not do this drop, okay? We might just rip right through here because the weekly chart still has room to run. All right, we'll see how this goes. We'll then take a look at cycle chart. We'll look at fear and greed. Got a few more charts to look at here, all right? So the 3-month, dude, on ETH, bullish engulfing, all right? There's not really too much up here, man. Like ETH, if everything just goes, ETH is just going to go. Nothing up here, right? Right, first level resistance, we basically touched it. $1,800 region. Next level here on the 3-month chart is, 2250s. And then we got to move all the way up here to 3K. All right. Still flirting with green on BTC. Yep, we are. So I want to just chart something. All right, we're gonna use candle body closures here on the quarterly chart. Okay. Last cycle we did a 200% retracement. Fed becoming more hawkish. We'll look at the dollar in a second. All right. Let's just say in theory that this was the bottom for ETH, okay? Right here. This is the bottom candle body close, okay? $1,065. So we were talking about from last cycle, it did a 200% retracement. Let's just say this cycle, it doesn't do a 200% retracement, and it does a 1618, all right, which is a little bit less. Let's take this off for a second. So a 1618 would be about an $8,000 Ethereum. The 200% retracement is up here at $12,899. If we have the same move, this is what we're looking at, okay? $8,200 to $13,000, all right? And do note that ETH never made a lower low, right? Bitcoin made the lower low because of the FTX collapse. That's the only reason. So we're in this move right here. I think we're actually, man, I really think, let me delete this real fast. Yeah, I think, we're going to include the wicks here on this just to see. So we have the wicks. So we did about a 50% retracement before pulling back. We had the COVID low. All right. So if we do something like that, that means 2100 and then pull back. Okay. So maybe we rip up to 21 and then we pull back to, 13, or even make a double bottom down here at 1,000. But I don't know, man. I really don't know if we're going to get the same type of movement. Yeah, we can check Algorand. Yep. We'll check Algorand. We'll check XRP. We're going to check a couple others here. I also want to look at fear and greed. But yeah, we're just flirting with greed right here. We're not in like the super greed level here, so we still, in my opinion, we still could see some more upside, right? And let's take a look at the fear and greed chart because this is important. Right, we broke this major trend line here back in, I want to say that was January. January, we broke the trend, okay? Higher highs and higher lows for the fear and greed. We haven't done that. We haven't made higher highs and higher lows on the fear and greed since February of 2021. Cycle chart. Cycle chart just says up, man. Cycle chart saying a $60,000 Bitcoin, a retest of the all-time highs is what the cycle chart's saying by May. I don't know if that's going to happen, but in terms of timing, I think May or June will be the areas of where we'll see a pullback or retracement. And a lot of that has to do with literally the cycle. Right? Because after every single Bitcoin top, usually November or December, which is fourth quarter, a year later, we get the cycle bottom. Every single time, every single cycle. And that's because of the halving cycles, right? So midway through the year, top out, miners take profits, and then we see this, and then we see the retest of the lows in December or January, and this says February, but You guys get the drift, all right? The halving for Bitcoin is in April of 2024. So we're going to get a major pullback before the halving. All right, enough about Bitcoin, but you guys get the picture, right? Looks like we still got some upside into the summer, all right? All right, so we'll take a look at XRP. XRP looks pretty amazing here. You guys see what I'm seeing here? That is one hell of a flag, man. So from the break of the flag, a 5,800% move, okay? It hasn't done anything yet, man. 5,800% move incoming for XRP. This looks insane, guys. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to do the whole move, but man, why can't we see a $4 to $10 XRP by end of 2025? This is a quarterly chart, all right? It's got lots of room to run here, right? We're just getting a 3-month Stoke cross up. This looks silly, man. This absolutely looks really silly on the chart. A 2-month long here. We got a 2-month long signal. Right? The monthly just crossing up and confirming. IJ Money. The chart says it all. The chart says it all. You'll see. The SEC, that is going to be a news event. It's going to be a news event that gets sold into, right? It's buy the rumor, sell the news, always. Always. All right? But we know the monthly, the 2-month, and the 3-month, and the structure of the asset, we're talking about a 6-year pattern here. This isn't just like a weekly pattern. This is like 6 years of action, okay? All right? So, yeah, they're going to come out with this news, man. I don't know, man. What, June or something? May? And we're going to probably do something like this, where it, like, probably goes to the 618. We get maybe a fake breakout up here. And then it's going to come back down and retest the bottom of the triangle. And end of the year, October into fourth quarter, that's when we're going to get the breakout, man. So it's going to be a sell the news event in June, okay? What do I know? I just look at charts all day. Come on. Who's with me here? Fake break to the 618, pull back to the 382 fib extension, reaccumulate before the real breakout, okay? That's what I'm projecting here. We're going to get a run into May, June, because Bitcoin's going to run. Who's with me? Flap gets it. Who else? We got 10 people on the stream right now. Who else is with me on this XRP guesstimate? It's not going to be so easy, man. It's not just going to break out. And if it does, great. The chart says it's going to. Just a matter of when. I just don't think they're going to let it fly until next year, so they can get their grubby paws on it. Lots of the ISO 22 coins look like this. XLM, HBAR. Oh, Algorand. Let's take a look at the Algorand, right? Algorand's another one. This one doesn't look as good as XRP right now, all right? But it's definitely down at the bottom of the range. ARB to $2. Okay. So bottom of the range for Algorand, right? We're about to get a monthly MACD cross too. We got the 3-week cross, and we're going into a squeeze. Very, very tight squeeze. So Algorand definitely in a big buying accumulation zone. And they're even offering 8% APR on their staking. I actually own some Algorand. I am participating in that. We'll take a look at Matic. What else did you guys request here? Looked at Algorand. BTC obviously looked at. Look at Matic. Matic looks crazy, dude. Again, just a big bull flag, man. Big bull flag. You know, might consolidate for a bit or go sideways or something, but man, this definitely not something to ignore. Definitely not something to ignore. I'm just running some grids right now, some grid bots. And I'm not really running bots right now, man. I got too much going on in my life to manage bots right now. But I'm just in mostly swings and just spot trading. That's it right now for me. CSIX. Sure, we can take a look at it, Robert. Yeah, we'll look at Flux here in a second. So there's a big range happening here, but yeah, I would say anything above $1 we're good on Matic, right? The median trend line here, the median consolidation range, or this big flag that it's in, right? It looks like it's doing this right here, guys. Matic looks like it's doing this, right? And like maybe we're somewhere over here right now, or somewhere over here. Like you are here on Matic. You are here in the consolidation range, right? You had your capitulation, and you're just trending up, right? You might have one more retest of the low, which is probably at the end of the year. Oh my God, that's at the end of the year, like it did last time in 2020. Come on, you guys not see the same? I see the same pattern, here, the same pattern on Matic. Right? You guys with me? What did this move translate into? This was a 6,600% move. 6,600%. Okay, maybe this time we don't do 6,600%. Maybe we do half of that, and we do 3,300% move. Okay, so you're telling me Matic's gonna go to $100, bro? What? I don't know. Maybe you should buy some Matic. Not financial advice. None of this financial advice. I'm just looking at a chart, guys. Just looking at a chart. I don't even know any Matic. I probably should. Maybe I'll buy some at the end of the year. This thing did a 2414 fib extension, all right? A 2414 fib extension from swing low to swing high. All right, let's just say it does something similar. Swing low or swing high to swing low. 2414 fib, all right? We didn't look at bonk. No, man. I don't really look at shit coins. No offense. 2414 is a $57 move. $57. All right? All right, maybe we don't do such crazy move and we only go to the, I don't know. Let's just say we just do a 200% retracement. You're telling me this thing's going to go to $20? Yeah. I'm telling you, if it repeats the same type of pattern that it did back here, it's going to go to $20. You guys mind blown yet? I'm losing viewers. I'm telling you guys, you can make a 30x on this shenanigans, and you're tuning out. Come on, who's telling you this stuff? All right, maybe I shouldn't give projections like this because I don't really know what's going to happen. But if we rhyme or repeat, and we do the same type of bullish consolidation structure like we did here, which to me, this looks almost identical to what it did back here before this type of move happened. All right, I'm done with Matic, but this is what Matic chart looks like to me. This is Matic, love kills shame. All right, Flux. And, well, CSIX. Don't really have a lot of data on this one. But, again, that looks like a nice consolidation structure, man. Looks like it's rounding or making a rounding bottom. Looks like a rounding bottom, all right? Holding this swing low here. And you can see how tight this is getting here as well, right? Whoever's asking about this, Robert, right? You can see once you break this trend line here on the daily, right, you keep coming back to test this low, and the selling pressure is less and less every single time you touch and test it. I mean, this is a big support level, man. If you do break this support level, you could be looking at a lot of downside. But because the market's relatively bullish right now, I don't think we're probably not gonna come back down and test this low. But if you do continue to test the low, all right, there is a chance you could go lower, all right? But based on what I'm seeing, the relative strength going up like this, it's diverging pretty hard. Seller's exhausted. All right, you have seller exhaustion down here from what I'm seeing. And you have volume that's also receding. You have receding volume. All right, so there's a big move coming here. All right. This typically means a big move is coming for this asset. Don't know what it does, guys. I'm just looking at the chart. All right. RSI trending up, price consolidating in a very tight range here on this asset. Now, I would say your target is 15 cents at least. I don't know, man. I mean, like, you start breaking out of this rounding bottom structure. There's not a lot of chart data, so there's really nothing here, right? I mean, the wick high is at 45 cents. Maybe you go up to test that at some point, right? That's it. Hopefully that answers your question, Robert. Look at Flux here for flat. Again, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you guys think I'm doing a great job and you want to tip me, well, you guys, there is a tip function. You guys can take advantage of that. That would be really appreciated. All right, Flux. Look at Crow also, IJ Money, sure. You know, maybe a descending triangle on this. Not really. It's looking too hot on the weekly chart. Let's go like a 3-day. You are right at an area where if you do just hold this as support, this could be putting in a higher low flap. And if you do put a higher low in here, you could round out and maybe make an attempted rally up to that $1.22 region. All right, that's this region right here that there's definitely some resistance at. Okay. Remember, we do think Bitcoin might come back down to retest that $22,000 region. If that happens, forget it. This is probably not going to hold, and it's probably going to come back down to the range low. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that, right? But yeah, the 3-day stochastic's looking pretty good. I mean, you haven't got a buy signal yet. You're not above 20. So just pay attention to the Stokes. And also watch the volume, right? Volume also receding here. So you could be looking at a move back up. Momentum hasn't really crossed back up just yet. If you do get a 3-day cross up like you did back in October, that could really catalyze you back into making a major reversal, major move back up. So it's all about the momentum, right? The ADX bears are in control in the 3-day chart right now. Daily chart, bulls are just in control right here. You're gonna have some really close price action right now. All right, on this asset. Okay. Look at Crow. You guys know, did Bittrex shut down or something? I heard something about that. I guess it didn't shut down just yet, but still holding the range low here on Crow, 5.8 cents. Yeah, sitting right at the 618 right now. Not really that strong of a close on the monthly, right? You got a little bit of buying that came in here to bring up the price a bit, but not that strong, right? Weekly candle, again, rejecting, 8 cents. Kind of weak, man. Got a weekly death cross that just came in. But this thing could be working on putting a bottom in soon. Maybe you get one more retest of this low. Not really a fan of what's happening on this chart either. Like the momentum doesn't look very good. You got weekly bear div here, right? 3-day cross down bearishly. I mean, as long as you're holding above the range low, I guess you're okay. But, and I wouldn't really ride home about this asset right here. It doesn't look so promising right now. You keep making, as long as, like I said, as long as you hold the lows and you're not making lower lows, it's okay. But you want to eventually make a higher high and then a higher low and then a higher high, a higher low, higher high, right? And kind of reverse this trend. It'd be nice to see this come in as a big cup type of situation, but we haven't broke out of this just yet. If we do break out, then we can talk about that, but we haven't done that just yet on Crow. All right, whoever is asking about that. DXY. Let's take a look at it. Holding the range low on the weekly for the DXY. Still above the weekly 200-week moving average as well, right? Now, last bull markets we were below the 200-week moving average a lot of the time, right? For these big bull markets. And we are ways away from that. We got to get below this level. But the bears are still in control. Okay. And if the directional index starts ticking up here with the bears in control, you guys know what that means, right? DXY go down, risk on assets go up. Let's go to the 3-month chart. We have a 3-month sell signal in right now. So the quarterly chart is looking good for risk assets, all right? So kind of in agreement with what we're talking about by May or June, that Bitcoin kind of maybe goes and tests that 40, 50K region, all right? Angel with the DYDX request. We'll get to it here in just 1 second. All right. So the dollar on the 3-month chart is in trouble, all right? It's going to come down to retest this $100 region, maybe come back down to retest the 3-month 200-day moving average around this 98 region. All right. Let's take a look at DYDX. Yeah, I still think a $3 target for this is not out of the question. I know we touched and tested that before, and we're kind of putting in this base down here. And yes, I do project and think that this will go back up to $30 in the coming months, maybe years. Okay, this is going to be a major player in the decentralized exchange space. Definitely not something to ignore. All right, you can see, look how tight these Bollinger Bands are down here. And we did get like a bearish weekly on this, so we could see some more downside on it. You know, maybe we come back into the demand zone, this 187 region, when Bitcoin comes down. All right, could get whipsawed on this asset. This asset is very volatile. And yeah, I mean, it might be maybe losing its momentum here a bit. Right, we have some bearish divergence that's maybe kicking in here. We could see, you know, maybe another retest of the low. And you guys can also see the momentum here on the weekly stochastics, or weekly doubled smooth stochastics. We can see that maybe it's kind of topping out here on the weekly. It's just crossing down on the 6 days. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, we could see this asset maybe pull back. This coin has been front running the market. So it did make a big run already. It went from, like, I don't know, $1 to almost $4. All right. So caught some nice bids down there. All right. All right, what else you guys got? What else you guys want to look at? Injective protocol has just been on a tear, man. This thing's just been outperforming the market big time. Pretty happy about this one. But yeah, the 618, this 550 region, it's going to be tough for this to break through, I think. So but yeah, we got this looks really, really bullish on the weekly chart. All right. This coin is definitely outperforming the market right now. Link also looks pretty good. Link, I think, broke its range, right? Oh, it didn't do it. Didn't break it. It tried. It is sitting above the 21 EMA. It might have bottomed out, right? We had a death cross come in, and this was probably the bottom for it. Okay. But yeah, Link I think looks pretty strong. I think we could see something of what I drew here come to fruition in some time. It could take some time for it to do that. But yeah, they are involved with BlackRock and Base Protocol and the tokenization of assets. So Link is definitely involved in that stuff. You guys are enjoying the stream, smash it up, hit the like button, share it. Maybe talk about it in the Discord if you guys want. If you guys enjoyed it. All right. Try to come on here every week for you guys and give you guys my best insight about what I think the market's going to do. It's a difficult job, man. It's tough. It's not easy. But we just want to stay grounded and have an idea of where the market could fall to, where it could go to. That's what we do here. We want to plan our future and what we're doing with our lives on these charts. So stay vigilant, stay on top of it. That's all we can do. All right, we built some nice trading algorithms here. We got the STP reversal coming in here, coming in soon, man. We got the final workings of our reversal indicator coming in. So this is going to let us know when we have pivots or areas diverging or bullishly diverging for the bots to start building positions. And I think that's going to really help drastically for especially newer users or even people that just want to run bots, right? So, you know, Link has been throwing this Bear Dave at the top of its range every time. So probably no breakout just yet, but the 4 hour, I'm starting to show some bull divs down here on the 4 hour, but not, you know, not breaking the range highs just yet on Link. We could just consolidate. It's been consolidating. We just continue to consolidate. All right. Any other tickers you guys want me to look at? So we briefly looked at Link here. Link, I think Link looks good. It's just consolidating for now. We're sitting in the monthly demand zone too, right? So what's going on, Integrity? Hex. So nice quarterly candle close for Hex. In between the ranges right here, between 6 and 13 cents, you know, consolidating here right now probably for a bit. Maybe even pull back, right? You touch the 13 cent region. So you could pull back a bit, maybe to back to 6 cents. But you're in a nice uptrend right now. You've reclaimed the 21 EMA and the 50-day moving average on the weekly chart. Not enough data for a 200, but I assume the 200 is probably down. It would be down here. But yeah, a pullback for Hex wouldn't be out of the cards. You know, 6.7 cents, maybe even on down to like, you know, 4 cents if we get Bitcoin to come off a bit and we get one of these little dips. You know, maybe make another right shoulder or something, right? Before proceeding higher. FOF, sure. We'll take a look at it. Future of fintech. All right. What chart, man? There's no chart data on this one. Mexi, okay, sure. This thing looks awful, bro. I really hope you didn't buy this one. But maybe some sort of crab or some sort of structure here where you got maybe, man, maybe. Doesn't really look good, bro. I probably wouldn't be buying this. Or touching it for that matter. Plenty of other assets that look a lot better than this, pal. They you know, would want to put your hard-earned money into. This probably isn't one of them. Entry point for Solana. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. I mean, I would look around the $17 region if we get there. I would say to start. And then, of course, you have, some major supports here at like $5. Don't know if it's going to get to $5 though, so that's the thing. Your first probably major would be like 17. You want to start building a position. This low here, this fib level here. Let's look at the 3-month chart too. So even though we put a green candle and it's not an engulfing candle and we didn't close above $32, yeah, I don't know, man. Down sloping channels, right? You probably don't want to buy them until they break out of the channel. So, but your low risk areas are obviously your areas when you're oversold or below 45 on the RSI on the weekly, which you are technically below 45 on the weekly right now, but bears are in control of this asset, right? They've been in control since April of 2022. All right, when you got this cross here and you got just major movements down. And I mean, I think the monthly looks okay. Like if you're going to go for a long-term investment on this, probably okay to even buy here. But we could still see a retest of this low, right? Maybe it comes back down to $12 or something. Bitcoin really pulls back to 22K. We could see this happen. Or maybe even retests, $15. Maybe you don't take out that engulfing candle, because right now that engulfing candle is still real, right? It's still active until we get a closure below it. So I would regard that as something to pay attention to. So probably these areas here, right? Basically kind of almost where we're at, and then $15, and if we get down there, $12. And then if we start breaking these lows, well, then you can wait to even buy further down, right? Like, $4, $5, and yeah. $5 for that TA, huh? You making fun of me or something, bro? You can go watch some. You can go somewhere else to watch TA. I'm sure there's plenty of other idiots on YouTube right now talking about stuff. But yeah, so monthly hasn't crossed up yet on Solana, so we haven't really got a signal yet on the monthly for Sol. All right, and I'm not saying you should stay away from it. I think Sol isn't going anywhere. Thanks for the $5, Flap. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so top of the channel still for this, right? So Cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Well, clearly someone didn't enjoy the TA for $5 there. Anyways, it's all good. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash it up if you enjoyed. All right, you guys have a wonderful week. And I think this week, Good Friday this week, right? So everybody enjoy some time with your families. And for happy Easter, happy Passover for everybody, all right? You guys have a wonderful week. Catch you guys next week. Same time, same place. See you guys then.